When I was a child, I remember sitting by my grandmother's feet as she carefully sprinkled a pinch of salt into her shoes before stepping outside. "It's not just for luck," she'd say with a knowing smile. "It's for everything." At the time, I didn't understand, but as the years passed, her words stayed with me. Now, I finally see what she meant, and the difference it can make in your life might surprise you too. Historical significance of salt in shoes. So, my friend, let me take you back to a time when life was simpler, and people relied on wisdom passed down through generations. Salt, believe it or not, was once considered more precious than gold. In many cultures, it wasn't just a seasoning, it was a symbol of purity, protection, and preservation. You might wonder, why on earth would anyone put salt in their shoes? Well, the answer lies in old traditions and beliefs that may still hold meaning for us today. For centuries, salt has been used as a protective agent. In ancient Rome, soldiers sprinkled salt around their camps to ward off evil spirits. In Europe, people placed salt in shoes or at doorsteps to keep misfortune at bay. You see, shoes represent the journey we take through life, and salt, well, it was thought to safeguard that journey. Imagine starting your day with a pinch of protection underfoot, a silent guardian against bad luck or harm. Stories abound of sailors who lined their boots with salt before venturing out to sea, believing it would keep them safe from tempests and unseen dangers. Even in weddings, placing salt in shoes was said to bring harmony to the couple's journey together. These customs weren't just about superstition. They reflected a deep respect for the elements of life that sustain and protect us. Today, while these practices might seem quaint, they remind us of how much value our ancestors placed on simple rituals. Perhaps the next time you lace up your shoes, you'll consider the hidden history beneath your soles. Salt and energetic cleansing. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an inexplicable heaviness, as though the air itself carried an unseen burden? My friend, this is where salt, that humble mineral, steps in as a silent ally. Across countless traditions, salt has been hailed as a natural cleanser, not just for grime, but for energy. In ancient Chinese and Indian traditions, salt was sprinkled in corners of rooms or even inside footwear to absorb negative energy. This wasn't mere decoration. It was a belief rooted in the idea that salt, with its crystalline structure, could neutralize harmful vibrations. Shoes, being the link between our bodies and the earth, were seen as carriers of both physical and energetic debris. By placing salt in shoes, people believed they were preventing negativity from following them into sacred or safe spaces. Imagine stepping into your home after a long day. The soles of your shoes have walked through countless energies, some uplifting, some draining. A small pinch of salt in your shoes acts like a tiny vacuum for negativity, drawing it away from you and leaving you feeling lighter and more balanced. Even modern practitioners of energy healing recommend salt as a tool for resetting one's aura. Whether through salt baths, lamps, or those discreet grains tucked in your shoes, the idea is simple. Salt purifies. And while the science behind this may be up for debate, the comfort it brings to those who practice it is undeniable. After all, isn't life a little brighter when you believe you're walking on positivity? Scientific angle, the impact of salt on health via foot contact. Now, my friend, let's leave folklore for a moment and put on our scientist hats. You might wonder if there's more to salt in shoes than just tradition and belief. Can this humble mineral actually affect our health when it's underfoot? Let's dig into the fascinating world of trace mineral absorption and grounding practices. The skin, particularly on the soles of our feet, is surprisingly absorbent. Some proponents of natural remedies suggest that placing salt in shoes allows the skin to draw in trace minerals like magnesium or potassium from the salt crystals. While the scientific evidence for this specific practice is limited, we do know that transdermal absorption, the process of absorbing substances through the skin, is a real phenomenon. Think of magnesium sprays or Epsom salt baths. These rely on the same principle, but the benefits don't stop there. Salt is also a natural antibacterial agent, which means that having a small amount in your shoes could help keep your feet dry and less prone to infections. And then there's the concept of grounding or earthing. Some studies suggest that maintaining direct contact with the Earth's surface or simulating it through natural materials can reduce stress and inflammation in the body. Could salt in shoes act as a mini grounding tool? It's an intriguing possibility. So, while the jury is still out on how much mineral absorption occurs from a pinch of salt in your shoes, there's no harm in trying it for its potential benefits. Whether it's keeping your feet fresh, aiding relaxation, or simply connecting you to centuries of human ingenuity, salt might just add a little magic to your step. Salt and odor control in shoes. Let's face it, my friend, shoes can become a breeding ground for some rather unpleasant odors. By the end of a long day, your shoes might tell a story your nose doesn't want to hear. The culprit? Moisture and bacteria. That's where our old friend salt comes in as a quiet but powerful hero. Salt is a natural desiccant, meaning it absorbs moisture with ease. This makes it the perfect candidate to tackle the damp environment inside your shoes, a favorite hangout for odor-causing bacteria. When moisture is removed, bacteria struggle to thrive, and the unpleasant smells they produce are kept at bay. It's like sending an eviction notice to those unwanted tenants inside your sneakers. Using salt is as simple as it is effective. Sprinkle a small amount into each shoe, making sure to spread it evenly. Let it sit overnight, and in the morning, shake it out. You'll notice a significant improvement in freshness. For an even more robust approach, combine the salt with a few drops of your favorite essential oil, like lavender or tea tree, to add a pleasant aroma alongside its deodorizing magic. And here's a tip. If you're worried about the mess, create a quick salt sachet by tying a tablespoon of salt in a piece of breathable fabric. Slip the sachets into your shoes each night, and they'll quietly work their magic while you rest. Trust me, your shoes and your nose will thank you. Salt as a superstitious symbol. Now, my friend, let's step into the fascinating world of superstition. Salt has long been revered as more than just a seasoning. It symbolizes protection, purification, and good fortune. Why do you think people toss salt over their shoulders when they spill it? It's a habit rooted in the belief that salt can ward off bad luck. Placing salt in shoes carries similar significance in many cultures. In some traditions, it was said to protect travelers from harm. Picture an old grandmother carefully sprinkling a pinch of salt into her loved one's shoes before a journey, whispering blessings for their safety. For farmers, it was believed that salt could protect their boots from misfortune as they worked their fields. Soldiers in wartime might add salt to their footwear, hoping for courage and protection on the battlefield. And here's a little nugget of folklore. Some believe that placing salt in shoes could bring good luck in business or love. A pinch of salt underfoot was thought to anchor you, keeping negativity from sticking to your steps as you moved through life. While modern science may raise an eyebrow at such beliefs, there's something undeniably comforting about these old practices. They remind us of a time when people found meaning and reassurance in simple rituals. So the next time you lace up your shoes, think of the centuries of hope and protection that a little salt can symbolize. DIY salt shoe sachets for energy or aroma. Here's a fun and practical project for you, my friend. If you love the idea of using salt in your shoes but want something a bit more elegant than sprinkling loose grains, let's make some salt shoe sachets. These little pouches aren't just effective, they're also charming. To start, you'll need a few simple materials: some fabric, like cotton or muslin, a needle and thread or small drawstring bags, coarse salt, and essential oils of your choice. Lavender, eucalyptus, or lemon are excellent options for a refreshing scent, while sage or frankincense can add a touch of energetic cleansing. Here's how you do it. Take a piece of fabric and cut it into small squares, about 4 or 4 inches. In a bowl, mix 2 tablespoons of salt with 3 or 5 drops of essential oil. Place a spoonful of this mixture in the center of the fabric square. Gather the edges of the fabric and tie them securely with a string, or sew the edges shut if you prefer. 5. Pop 1 sachet into each shoe and let it work its magic overnight. Not only will these sachets keep your shoes smelling fresh, but they'll also provide an uplifting boost of aroma every time you slip on your footwear. Plus, if you're someone who believes in salt's energetic properties, these sachets act like portable amulets, clearing negativity with every step you take. It's a simple yet delightful way to bring a little more positivity and freshness into your daily routine. Therapeutic salt for foot health. My friend, let's take a moment to appreciate the tireless work our feet do for us every single day. They carry us through life, often enduring long hours of walking, standing, or squeezing into shoes that aren't always the most forgiving. It's no wonder that foot pain or discomfort can feel so draining. This is where salt, our versatile hero, steps in once again, not just as a seasoning or a superstition, but as a therapeutic marvel. For centuries, people have turned to salt foot baths for relief from aches and pains. Imagine sinking your feet into warm water infused with salt after a long day. It's an experience that's as soothing as it is healing. Salt helps to relax tense muscles, reduce swelling, and improve circulation. It's particularly effective for conditions like plantar fasciitis or arthritis, which can cause persistent discomfort. And there's more. Salt baths are believed to draw out toxins through the skin, providing a gentle detox that leaves your feet feeling refreshed. But what does this have to do with salt inside your shoes? Well, think of it this way. If salt can offer such therapeutic benefits in a bath, it might also provide subtle advantages when placed directly in your footwear. By keeping your feet dry and reducing moisture, salt creates an environment that discourages bacterial growth and minimizes the risk of infections like athlete's foot. Dry feet are happy feet, after all. Moreover, some believe that having salt in close contact with the soles of your feet can promote a grounding effect. Your feet are rich with nerve endings, making them a natural point of connection between your body and the environment. The presence of salt might subtly support this balance, enhancing a sense of calm and stability as you go about your day. In short, whether you're using salt to unwind in a foot bath or experimenting with its benefits inside your shoes, this humble mineral offers a simple, affordable way to show your feet the care they deserve. So the next time you feel that familiar ache or fatigue in your soles, remember that a little salt might just be the small but mighty ally you need. When to avoid this practice. My friend, as wonderful and versatile as salt is, there are moments when even the most beneficial practices require caution. While placing salt in shoes offers a range of potential advantages, it's not for everyone. For example, if you have sensitive skin or open cuts on your feet, salt might cause irritation or discomfort. The fine grains can rub against the skin, exacerbating existing issues rather than providing relief. Additionally, individuals with certain skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis should be careful, as prolonged exposure to salt might dry out the skin further and trigger flare-ups. It's also worth noting that if you're using salt sachets with essential oils, you should ensure you're not allergic to the oils. A simple test by applying a small amount of the mixture on your skin can help you determine if it's safe to proceed. And let's not forget that salt can leave residues that some shoe materials might not tolerate well, especially leather or suede. If you're concerned about this, using a protective layer like a cloth pouch can help you enjoy the benefits without damaging your favorite footwear. What is the best time to use this? Timing, my friend, can make all the difference when reaping this practice's full benefits. If you're aiming to refresh your shoes and keep odors at bay, the best time to use salt is overnight. Simply sprinkle a pinch of salt into your shoes or place a small sachet inside before bed and let it work its magic while you sleep. By morning, your shoes will feel noticeably fresher, making them a delight to slip into. If you're seeking energetic cleansing, consider adding salt to your shoes in the early morning, just before putting them on. This way, you carry the protective and grounding qualities of salt with you throughout the day, shielding you from negative energies and setting a positive tone for your journey. For therapeutic purposes, such as soothing aches or absorbing moisture after a long day, the evening is ideal. Pair it with a relaxing salt foot bath for the ultimate rejuvenation ritual. Remember, consistency matters. Incorporate this practice into your routine in a way that aligns with your lifestyle and needs, and you'll soon notice its subtle but powerful effects on your comfort and well-being. So, my friend, give this a try and share your thoughts with those you care about. Don't forget to send this to your friends and family on WhatsApp. It's the little tips like these that make a big difference for everyone.